Samuel Johnson once said, "When a man is tired of London, he is tired of life." Perceptive fellow, that, Dr. Johnson. I never tire of London. I've lived here since I became artistic director of the Old Vic Theatre over 7 years ago. One of the most extraordinary things about this past decade on the South Bank is watching how much it has grown and developed and changed. I think if you look all up and down just where I'm standing here, the London Eye, the Festival Hall, BFI, the National Theatre, the Globe, the Tate Modern, a few blocks down that way, a little place called the Old Vic. Everywhere you look, people are streaming on this side of the river to discover fantastic talent. I think it's probably the most extraordinary stretch of cultural land that you'll find almost anywhere else in the world. And I can tell you it's a remarkable place to live.
Tate Modern was created as a museum of modern art, but it's become much more than that. It's an international destination. The Turbine Hall is absolutely central to that. Each year we commission an international artist to come and interpret this space and put a work in it, and that series of installations has been incredibly successful. We've consistently had about 5 million visitors a year. We expect to get an additional 1 million visitors coming in to the new, fantastically designed building by Herzog de Meuron, the original architects on the conversion. We're going to develop new pocket park spaces where local people can come and sit and read and find relatively quiet space in a very busy part of the city.
Because of the Millennium Bridge, it's really put Bankside in the heart of the city. I have colleagues in the office who live on Bankside and can just hop across the river, 5–10 minute walk. It's very, very easy. Come here to look at Tate for the cultural activities, food and drink, restaurants, but also for business purposes because quite a few clients are on Bankside.
I have worked as senior master for 9 years. I get to enjoy the best views of London every day. It takes 7 minutes to travel from Bankside to Embankment Pier. The Canary Wharf is less than 20 minutes away.
1599 was the year when the first Globe Theatre was built here on the South Bank. And we give in this theatre about 270 performances a year, and during that period something like 3.5 million people will come to see performances here on the Globe stage. Right behind us over here you get the attic apex roof of the Globe Theatre, and right behind it the Tower of Tate Modern. I love that about this place, and I love it about Bankside. The whole of the history of London is encapsulated here.
I still get excited working in this area. The history around it is amazing. Bear in mind, there's been a market here since Roman times. You know, that says a lot because the Thames is very close, so the deliveries are all coming straight to the market. Over the last 4 years, I've got to know some fantastic characters in Borough Market, personally and obviously professionally. One of my favourites is Tony Booth, a great guy to speak to, constantly telling me what's in season, what's out of season. He delivers to some of London's top restaurants. Even on my days off, I come here to get my fish, my meat, my fruit, my vegetables, and to see the fantastic array of different produce from around the world. It's wonderful.
South Bank Centre is one of the most extraordinary places I've ever known. It is like a little city, a great city. It's the largest arts complex in the world, and it includes the Hayward Gallery, the Queen Elizabeth Hall, the Purcell Room, the Royal Festival Hall where we're sitting now. We do everything here from great visual arts through to jazz, through to wonderful classical music. It's relentlessly wonderful. Well, what I love about living here is being able to get up early in the morning and just walk to the river and smell the river and see the river early in the morning when everything's really quite quiet. And it's just very, very beautiful. And to think that you've got that on your doorstep, it's, I feel like it's a real treasure for me.
Bankside is a joint venture development by Native Land and Grosvenor. Designed by architects Roger Stirk Harbour and Partners, Bankside is adjacent to Tate Modern and provides 197 luxury apartments of outstanding quality. This will undoubtedly be one of the most desirable addresses in the world. We're an award-winning management team who have delivered some of the most exciting contemporary apartment schemes in the capital. For example, Montevetro, also designed by Richard Rogers, and 10 Montrose Place, a previous joint venture with Grosvenor.
I think that the Tate Modern and the Millennium Bridge has changed not only just the South Bank, but has changed Britain. We've tried to build a contemporary language out of the components of architecture, and hopefully a form of poetry out of that language. It's very much like reading a book. You read a building. That this building has a relationship to this whole question of culture, which I'm so excited by. It has the most amazing view. It has St. Paul's, certainly the grandest building. And the building internally responds to all those views and to the quality of life inside. So it's a fantastic plan.
We thought it was important not to create one big monumental slab of residential apartments. So we created these, I suppose, like a family of buildings. The nature of this external bracing is really the notion of flexibility. All of the walls internally are non-structural, which means that we can open up the floor to ceiling to be much higher than conventional apartments. In a sense, it's really about trying to get as much daylight and view as possible. The whole notion of moving through generous lobby areas, always in daylight. The fact that actually everyone can get those river views and enjoy that ride going up to the apartment. Something quite nice about that.
The development will be managed and maintained discreetly behind the scenes, matching the quality you would expect in a top hotel. The retail and restaurants at ground floor will enhance the services to the apartments and complement the diverse and plentiful amenities in the surrounding area. There will be 24-hour manned security with card access to the pavilions, card-operated lifts, and manned CCTV in the communal areas.
When I first came here, my mission was to bring a bit of West End flair to the South Bank. I think that that feeling of local is definitely something that's really, really, really strong. You've got the theatres, the culture. You really are right at the heart of things.
What is happening between Westminster Bridge, Blackfriars Bridge and beyond, I think is some of the most extraordinary cultural explosion and excitement to happen anywhere around the world. It is culture that unites us. It is culture that brings people to London. And for those reasons, I think it's a fantastic place to live. So you ought to come on down and check it out.